All right, so this is Territories. You probably just heard a bunch of clips that didn't necessarily make sense or weren't contextually coherent, but Lindsay and I are walking back now towards my sister's house over in Grant Park. We just spent some time with Angel and a bunch of different guys. I don't remember any of their names.
Was there a Tommy?
I was going to say, was there a Jamie? Was there a
There's
Jamie?
a Jamie.
Okay.
Jamie was the guy from Oregon who lives in the wilderness.
The pink shirt guy.
Yeah, he was the first guy.
We met him. He was nice. He had a rake.
And then there was another guy, the farmer dude.
Jamie?
That might have been the Jamie.
I think his name was Jamie.
Maybe there were 3 Jamies.
Let's just say that we met 3 Jamies while hanging out with Angel.
And then there was beer consumed, which is why we now have met 3 Jamies.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly, actually. If you have, I guess we probably cumulatively had 2.5 beers each.
Yeah.
And they were pretty strong beers. I actually had to pee pretty bad.
Did you pee?
Yeah, a little bit. Really?
Yeah.
Do you have any way of doing that?
I can hold it because my vagina is just like a clamp.
It's like pure muscle.
Yeah, it is in fact pure muscle.
I can't hold it because mine's like an elephant trunk, which is like pure cellulite.
Yes.
So it's like, I feel it's all pooling down.
Do you need to, well, I guess there are houses, right? You could just pee off this. There's no one here.
I suppose so.
I'll face this way.
About face.
Yeah.
Pee towards the traffic. Yeah, I guess this is as good a place as any. Do you want to do like a monologue? Your impressions?
No, I'm afraid to do it without you.
Okay, I guess we'll be right back.
No, you can. Why don't you just talk through your name?
Okay, well.
Tuck it in.
My penis or?
No, the recorder.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm about to pee. I'm gonna try to anyway. Hopefully there's no people out here. Can't really see. No. But I am peeing. Say what? Technically, yes. But in a very non-sexual way. Okay. That was it. Pantsed? Like, have I pantsed myself? Pants have been put back in place.
Good.
So that was a silence, although I did hold the recorder like right next to my penis, so that probably was like a bunch of...
That was the environmental sounds that we were requested.
Yes, so if you have in your repertoire the image of someone peeing, let's go ahead and apply it retrospectively to that.
Is he gonna think that you're being a dick every time you say
might.
that?
Yeah, Delane, I'm just joking with you. But I just thought it'd be funny to consciously try to integrate that into... I think you're right, though, Delane. Seriously, I think we're out here, and there's a lot to see.
You're doing it.
It's a very visual experience. Seriously, though. I mean, I think this would actually... I was thinking about it when we talked about it initially, if it would be interesting to... I do think you'd be thinking I was a dick, but he's my sister's boyfriend, so I have that privilege. It would be interesting to have, like, people filming. Like, I don't know if it would be interesting to watch, like, people walk on a railroad and have a conversation. But there is a lot to see out here.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking that there maybe could be a visual component to it. So I know that it's now on iTunes.
Yes.
But if we kept updating the blog with the episodes, it would be super easy just to, like, paste some images that were taken throughout the walk there.
That's definitely true. Maybe you could help me out with that?
I could definitely
I'm really bad at that. Like, beyond just putting everything up in the technical aspect of getting it working, I'm really bad at, like, making it look good.
Well, I mean, you're going to have to take a selfie every time you do this.
I can do that. If that's the price it takes, I can take a selfie. I think we will get back to where we need to go to as well, like right as the sun sets, like right before it gets too scary to be out here. Although, what Angel was saying about how the crime is like kind of non-existent, I think is true. Because again, I hardly ever see anyone back here. So
I feel very safe.
Yeah, it's not bad,
Yeah.
So what was your angelic impression?
Oh my God. I can't.
Passion is understatement.
He's so engaged, and it's so rare that you meet someone that cares that much about anything.
For real.
And, well, you meet people that care that much about themselves, but, it's very rare to meet somebody who has, he's dedicated his life to this project.
Yeah.
And to bettering the neighborhood that he moved into, and it just is completely, mind-blowing. Yeah,
I agree, and I met him, do you know that bar Church? Have you been there?
Yeah, makes me super uncomfortable.
Church?
Yeah.
It used to be a coffee shop, and so it used to be a coffee shop called Danimans, and it was my favorite coffee shop, and I'd go there in between classes when I was at Georgia State, and I would drink, they had the best coffee, and I remember going there a lot when Brittany and I were dating, and I was reading a lot, which is rare because I hate to read, but I read several books while I was there. I also wrote a lot, stories and then letters and stuff to Brittany because she was living in Portland at the time. And I also met Angel there, and right when I met Angel, I was really, I felt like Atlanta was so cold and inhospitable, and just not. There was no, the suburbs aren't great, but at least you don't feel like there's a lack of community, I guess. Well, no, there is a lack of community in the suburbs, but the suburbs at least are united in the fact that people want to live there or something.
Yeah.
And in Atlanta, it was just every man for himself, just no togetherness, just fuck everybody. Kind of like a New Yorkan kind of attitude. But then I met Angel, and that was that would have been 2010 that I met him probably. So I've probably known him for 5 years or so, just off and on. Seeing him sporadically, I do feel he was so generous just now, giving us beer and nuts and crackers. Next time I see him, I'm definitely going to bring a nice 6-pack or maybe 2, just to repay the favor. That was very generous.
Oh, for sure. And just the way that people were calling him and saying dude, can I come over? Yeah. He was yeah, of course. And
there were, how many people came by just while we were there? 3.
Yeah. In a couple of hours.
Right. And who knows what he's doing for the rest of the day.
Right. And so it's obvious that he's kind of a mainstay of the community.
He is. He's a hub. He, just as himself, is a hub. It's crazy. It'd be interesting, too, to get a house around that area. I've never really considered it, but it seems there's a lot of incentives financially to do it.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to, I'm assuming that I'll know you when you buy a house.
Yeah, I would think so.
Encourage you to
look at that area?
Yeah.
Or one of those areas, Pittsburgh neighborhood?
Yeah. A 3-bedroom, 2-bath house for $100,000 is
it's a good deal.
Such a good deal.
I do almost have a fifth of that too, if that was the case.
Really?
Yeah, saved up.
Wow. Yeah, that's a lot of money, Kenneth.
At MailChimp, I've been able to save a lot. I don't spend a lot. I think that's why I've been able to save as much as I do have, but I don't know. I don't really have much, and the little that I do have satisfies me pretty much completely. My biggest luxury is just going to the grocery store.
Also, your apartment's pretty expensive.
It is expensive. However, I pay the same at this place as I did at my previous place. Kind of. Well, the previous place I lived in was $795 a month, and then this place is $1,400. But since Erica and I are splitting it, I'm still paying only $800. So I basically pay as much as I did when I lived there when she was working.
Yeah.
You guys can do the math on that because I'm not going to explain what that means, but it's intelligible if you pull out your calculator.
Or your iPhone.
Or your iPhone.
Or your Android.
Or your Android, to be fair. This is an equal opportunity type market, so we're not going to prejudice you, which doesn't make sense as using that word in that context, but...
It sounded good, though.
Yeah, thank you.
Maybe I should take a picture of this,
This huge lot?
Yeah.
If you have any images of huge open lots with porta potties and traffic cones, just go ahead and pull that up in your mental Rolodex. Do you think Ryder would ever join us for a walk? Is he a walker?
He would have to put on some sensible shoes. But once that is done, I'm sure that he would.
I wonder, do you think he would be into walking, this kind of a thing? I don't know him, but I just know that he's going to be here soon. So
maybe.
It's like,
He might be. Yeah.
Do you think we should have guests on the show? Or...
Okay, so here's the thing about guests.
Okay.
Is that they're hit or miss.
That's true.
You know, and my favorite podcast, Yeah Dude,
Right.
is guest free. For that reason, is because the two people have such good chemistry.
Yeah.
And they don't want to dilute it by like adding this third person who might be like mind-blowingly good or just like the most boring fucking shit.
Right.
So they do it all themselves. And I think that obviously there'll be some like intermingling between the shows of people. Like I would like to join you and Jake, who we can review one week.
I think that would be appropriate.
Yeah, and I'm sure that once Ryder starts doing his show, you know, like,
yes, let the young lad warm up.
Yeah, but I don't know. I like. I mean, this is not just podcast time. It's like also friend time.
True.
So.
This is friend time that happens to be recorded.
Yes. So I would be a little bit hesitant to give that up.
Okay.
But I would.
Well, we all have to give it up eventually.
Once in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's fair. So we'll just let it evolve naturally.
Yes.
If one day someone's like, "Hey, oh, you guys are going for a walk. Okay, I'm there too. Let me join you."
Right.
Then we can be like, "Okay." Whoa. Did we mention we drank some beers? I almost tripped. Okay, that's fair. I agree with you, actually. So let's put that on the back burner and just press on. We're walking on railroad ties. If you have any mental images of railroad ties, go ahead and pull those up.
Little baby steps.
Baby steps. If you're familiar with the way that babies step, go ahead and pull that up as well.
If you're familiar with how long Kenneth's legs are,
yes.
Go ahead and imagine. Taking
small steps.
Very small steps.
Go ahead and pull that up too. Just if you're familiar with working in like a browser, you're gonna have multiple tabs open, and you're just gonna need to kind of cycle through all tabs. Just get an idea of what everything's kind of happening, what everything is happening. So just think about that sentence, okay? Because it doesn't make sense, but contextually, what everything is happening?
Yeah.
What everything?
You're so poetic, and you don't even know it.
I think you mean I'm a poet and I don't know it.
No, I meant to say it the way that I said it.
No, I think you did.
But thank you for correcting me.
Oh, well, correcting people of their wrongdoings is my bread and butter.
You know, I actually have been meaning to talk to you about the way that you stand up on your bike when you come to a stop.
Okay, track
I think
standing.
it puts a lot of stress on your spokes.
Wow, this is what we call a callback, y'all.
And I know that you're kind of a newcomer to the bike world.
Right.
I've been doing this for 35 years,
okay.
And I just want you to know that it's gonna fuck up your bike, dude.
Well, let me just start by saying there's nothing I appreciate more than unsolicited advice by someone who's obviously too dorky and too unskilled to be doing a track stand. But beyond that,
I could do it if I had a bike.
A track stand?
And
I'm just pulling up what I would have said to that guy who said that.
Yeah, no, it's completely fine, but you're saying it to me.
Okay, well, I retract that statement.
But I'm kind of a dork, though, so that part was fitting.
This guy who said that to me was an actual dork. Like, his bike was dorky. I mean,
what does a dorky bike look like, exactly?
It's usually made of steel.
Okay. Is that heavy?
It's heavy. It rusts when it's, confronted with the elements. It's a cheaper bike. It's just lower quality, usually. Okay. Maybe it's a Schwinn. You get it from Sports Authority or Walmart or Target.
I think that we should clarify that while Kenneth is an avid biker,
yes,
I don't care what the fuck kind of bike you ride.
Yes.
So whatever like animosity you might be feeling from him about your bicycle, I am giving you that much love.
Yeah, and I'm giving you that much judgment. So
we're kind of balance each other out. It's like good cop, bad cop.
If you own a bike at all, you should feel nothing from
like,
this conversation.
Very loving mom.
Very hateful father.
You're a hateful father.
Yes.
Wrathful.
Even. Yes. Quick to judge. Quick, spoil the child, spare the whip.
I'm the dog in this situation. You're the cat. You know.
I would never willfully classify myself as a cat, but I will go ahead and accept it.
You're definitely being a cat right now.
Is that the same as being a pussy?
Or a bitch.
Well, that's a dog.
No.
I smell spray paint.
Yeah, I think something might have happened.
Well, there's a person.
Let's go over there.
Go over there?
But I mean, not to talk to them, but just to go over there.
On that side? How's it going? Silence.
But that's not silence.
Okay.
It's ambience.
Ambiance.
Or ambient.
Ambient.
If you're going to sleep right now.
That was a weird silence.
Yeah.
We're crossing under a bridge. If you are familiar with bridges and going under them, just go ahead and pull that up.
I'm glad that I'm here because I make you much nicer.
That's true. It's a softening. It's like when you put an acid into a base and it's like neutralizes the acid. I think that lady who was spray painting back there was like hiding from us.
I think so as well. I think also she might have called like a cousin to like beat us up or something.
Oh shit, I didn't think about that. She did pull out her cell phone, which I think was an iPhone.
And then she also
there's her cousin right there. Coming towards us.
No, I'm nervous.
Yo, I say, what you doing looking at that painting, man?
You don't get to... I think that Jake also, limited the number of, ethnic impersonations you can do.
Yeah, Jake did. And
so I'm going to go ahead and back him up on that.
Since he's not here, I'm going to go ahead and pull out all my top impersonations. All the best. Hispanic gangster. Etc. I won't even name the rest. They'll just come out naturally.
Hello.
How's it going?
I want a Carhartt hoodie.
Carhartt?
Carhartt hoodie.
What is that?
It's the hoodie that he was wearing.
I didn't even notice
Carhartt is like work clothing.
Okay.
So you wouldn't know anything about it?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to work.
Yeah.
I'm broken.
I think that's pretty obvious. Yeah. It's good stuff.
Huh. Well, that was a very brief sentiment. I hope that you get that stuff.
I'm sorry that I'm not being entertaining right now, but I'm also just talking to you.
No, Carhartt?
Carhartt.
H-E-A-R-T or H-A-R-T?
H-A-R-T, I think.
Okay. I've just never heard. I've heard of Dickies.
It's like a bougie Dickies.
Okay. Bougie Dickies. Two words that probably don't go together very often. Unless you're describing Carhartt. Seriously. I think we both just sighed at the same time.
So I guess, are we gonna not do the thing that we were gonna do?
Oh, all the stuff?
The bucket list?
We could do the bucket list.
Do you think we have time?
If we don't want to do it while we're moving, which I think we should probably keep moving.
I agree.
We could do it at my sister's house.
Okay.
And maybe not even at her house per se, but as soon as we're inside that neighborhood, I think there's a bench at a church that's pretty close to her house, which is pretty close to your car. So we could definitely get the bucket list out of the way.
Okay. We can save the interviews for later.
Oh, yeah. So, for this edition, which I guess won't appear until next edition, we have some questions that we were going to ask each other. And this is from an article that you read and sent me.
It was called, How to Fall in Love or something like that. It was basically this survey that this group of scientists at some renowned school came up with, and you're supposed to do it with a partner, like someone that you don't know, and supposedly by the end of it you fall in love with that person, or like at least the ball is rolling on you falling in love with that person. I think it includes a lot of awkward eye contact.
Yeah, I think
that Kenneth and I will not be making during.
Not while walking, at least.
Yeah, but the questions are amazing. I thought that they were really good questions.
Yeah, and Erica and I read them to each other, and we enjoyed the conversation that came from that. I do have my bucket list within arm's length.
I think, mine's in my backpack.
Maybe we should just do that.
You want to sit right here and do it?
Oh, you want to sit?
Well,
I don't know if we should sit right here, per se, because this is like a scary bridge.
Yeah.
But, maybe we could pull them out and at least have them close.
Makes you so nervous.
We're at a scary bridge right now, but it was made to facilitate the transference of a train across a street below, so I think these wood planks are still strong enough. This is a hole that Lindsay fell through earlier.
Basically, if you've ever played the game Candyland and you imagine what the licorice forest looks like, that's a bridge that would be in the licorice forest. It's like a no-go zone.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I have played Candyland, but I don't remember that. I don't remember the specifics of that game.
Well, that's
it's sad, right?
That's very sad.
Part of my childhood is gone forever. So we're taking out our lists now, just to have them. I don't know. Maybe we're gonna prolong the satisfaction of actually reading them, but at least we'll have them at arm's length. Oh, yours is in a pretty serious notebook. Some liquids, spillage.
This notebook contains basically my entire thesis.
Wow, it's a nice notebook.
Yeah.
Is it a moleskin?
It is. I almost burned it, actually.
Just when you were done?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sanctimonious way of getting rid of it, I guess.
Yeah. Murder that cow.
Murder that cow, y'all.
The sacred cow.
Fuck that cow. And then burn it.
That's actually pretty gruesome to think about.
Burning a cow? Yeah, that is.
No, fucking it and then burning it.
Oh, yeah. I would think it would...
Well, I didn't tear out anything, really.
Okay.
Stop
Don't
looking.
look at my list. You're making me stumble around.
I think that other things are making me stumble around.
I was tripping when we were walking with Angel too. I was falling in potholes and stuff.
You are indeed. I think that's because he's so beautiful, though. You couldn't look away from his face.
Yeah, and then I wasn't able to look down, so I was just tripping over the fact that he was transfixing me.
Mm-hmm. I have a friend, well, I don't know if he's an acquaintance. He looks a lot like Angel. I could pull up a picture right now and you'd be like, holy shit, that looks like Angel.
I'm curious. What's his name?
His name is Brian Burke. He was a postdoc
at UGA,
and he did anthropology, human geography. I'm not looking at your shit.
Stop looking at my list.
You stop looking. I'm trying to get to my shit.
Is your password for your phone just your last 4 digits of your social, or is it your...
I'm not telling anybody that, because then they could see me put it in and then they would know what my fucking, everything is.
True.
But no, it's not.
Birth date?
Nope.
I'm guessing it's whatever your PIN number is for your debit card?
Nope.
I'm going to take that as a yes.
It's not.
I'm going to take that as a lie.
You're a liar.
I'm a liar, and I'm calling a liar a liar. Liar. Wow, yeah.
Doesn't he look not he's not as brown? Mm-hmm.
but he's got like a smile that's happy.
He's really good at darts, yeah.
He's really good at darts.
We've played darts a couple times. I like people who play darts with me. See?
I do. Yeah. Angel doesn't often have a beard, too, so that's kind of a...
I thought it was very handsome.
He's a handsome man.
Basically, like, the best.
Yeah, he's got the, I don't know if he's Cuban or what, but he's definitely got some Hispanic heritage, without a doubt, of some sort. I don't know what variety exactly, but he's got that curly, dark hair, and he's got, like, greenish, bluish eyes.
Yeah.
He looks, I mean, if you put him in armor, he would look like a conquistador.
Yeah, no, yeah, I totally, like... I feel so bad for just, like, white people like myself.
And me.
Because, you know...
There's only so much you can do decoration-wise.
Yeah, like, you're pretty much just vanilla ice cream.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yep.
You're definitely vanilla ice cream.
Aryan flavored. Yep.
I think I've got a little, like, mocha swirl in me.
Something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something weird.
Yeah. Some Native American, maybe.
Maybe.
Who knows? Who knows who's...
Probably just, like, Nazi German, to be honest, but...
Well, aren't we all?
Yeah.
Aren't we all?
So do you want to go ahead and do the
Fucket bucket lists. This is the first segment that we've done that was planned.
The bucket list.
Beautiful. The bucket list.
Should we try to harmonize?
Sure.
Okay. On what count?
You start and I'll try to do my best.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. Maybe,
No.
The bucket list. That was pretty good.
Yeah, that'll do. That'll do, pig.
That'll do, pig. So, number one, who wants to go first?
I want you to go first.
Okay, number one, and this isn't in number of importance or anything, this is just number of when it came to mind, I guess. My first one is to do a psychedelic drug. So something that's like LSD or mushrooms, to have an actual psychedelic trip and to be able to experience a completely altered sense of consciousness, more so than like marijuana or alcohol. Something that was like, because I've tried to do mushrooms in the past. I've done them maybe 4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
All unsuccessful. And I've never had anything that was like, wow, that was quite an experience. So before I die, I would like to have something that was like mind-blowing in its, I don't know, its scope of making me reevaluate my life. Mm-hmm. So that's definitely one.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and say that I think we definitely went in different directions with this.
Okay. You're gonna say like meet Britney Spears?
No. My first one is so I really like landscapes.
Okay.
Like just the way that land looks. What is that?
What is that? Oh,
Ew.
gross.
Ew.
Never mind. I found something. I thought it was like a cool coaster.
Something worth interrupting me for.
Sorry, yeah, that was stupid. Anyway.
I don't even want to share my shit with you anymore. I'm so put off right now.
Let's just pretend that didn't happen and get back into the mode of sharing and accepting and not judging.
I need adoration and attention from you right now.
Okay.
So if you can...
I'm doing my best.
Okay.
I'm exuding adoration.
All right, so my first one is to do a full year cross-country road trip.
Okay.
And try to drive, like, not necessarily interstates, but, like, state routes.
Okay.
And back roads, yeah, like 2-lane. And, like, photograph basically Americana landscape, but never get out of my car. I mean, I can get out of my car to sleep and stuff.
Right.
But to not, like, get out and, like, venture, just to capture the way that America is seen from a car.
Huh. Interesting.
And the kicker is like all on my iPhone. So not even like a nice camera.
Right.
Just basically like
iPhone
how
shots.
the average human being would see and capture the American landscape. But then like have them like blown up into these large images that are like slightly pixelated because it's not that great of an image.
Right.
You know?
Right. That would definitely be a cool art show, like if you spent a year traveling and taking pictures and then went to a gallery and were able to like kind of chronologically show all the photos you took or at least the best ones that you liked from whatever states you went to.
Yeah.
Because a year is a lot of time. I mean, you can travel across the United States in 2 weeks if you're taking your time. So if you spent an entire year, 52 weeks.
Maybe like half a year.
Even still. What is that? Would that be 28, 29 weeks, something like that?
Yeah.
I don't know. Can't do math.
A good bit of days.
Yeah, multiple weeks, double digit weeks. That would be cool. So you're what? Like with my bucket list, I was trying to do stuff that I think I could actually do. So
come on.
No, I'm asking, like, do you think that this is something you could actually do?
Maybe when I'm older, yeah.
Okay.
I would definitely need to probably be retired.
Okay. Which by then the iPhones will probably kick ass.
Yeah.
It'd be like the best cameras ever.
Be in some type of living situation where my partner,
Yeah.
Viraj, wouldn't be like completely stressed out and pissed that I was leaving for
half a year.
Yeah. Yeah, like maybe have like an older kid.
Oh yeah, go with your kid. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
You can make a movie that's directed by Alexander Payne for that.
I would also really like to have people join me, like friends. Like I would get you to join me.
I would like that.
For like a couple weeks at a time.
Sure.
And just like ride shotgun. And yeah. I think that would be nice.
So you're predicting future episodes of Territories?
Yeah, like in 40 years, 30 years.
Okay. I like that.
Wouldn't that be insane if this lasted like 30 years?
That'd be quite a testament. I feel like if it did, I think it would be worthy of some sort of recognition, like at least honorable mention, like at some sort of, I don't even know, not like at an awards show, but just like for the amount of content that we would have recorded and the things that we would have talked about. For it to last that long, it would be so diverse.
We would definitely get on NPR.
Yeah, definitely. At least like a 2-minute segment. Maybe like
4.
Yeah.
Probably.
Territories. You may not have heard of it, but it's a show about 2 people.
I don't want Ira talking about my shit.
I was going to say, it could be an episode of This American Life. Today, we're going to talk about Territories. It's a show.
I'm gonna go stand up there and be saying things so I can take a picture and you're gonna be on my thing.
Sure. I don't know exactly what you're talking about, but right about here? Right here?
Yeah, but you need to be talking.
Okay, so Lindsay's trying to take a picture of me right now for her daily photograph thing, and so I'm gonna try to walk on. Oh, she's done. It's cool. I don't have to talk to you anymore. Should we move on to number 2 on our list?
Number 2.
Okay, so number 2 for me is to buy a house.
Okay.
So we were just talking with Angel about that, the feasibility of buying houses in Atlanta, and to me, I feel like buying a house is a pretty big milestone in your life, and it kind of settles you to a large degree. And I don't mind the idea of being settled in Atlanta, but at the same time, I feel like it's important to not achieve that goal too soon, because if I do it too soon, then I feel like I won't have anything else to work for. Although it'll take like 30 years to pay off the house, so maybe the sooner the better. But I don't know, just I've always been kind of, we're going through a tunnel right now, by the way. If you've got any kind of images or memories of a tunnel, go ahead and pull those up on your Rolodex. This is a tunnel that's kind of buffeted, shall we say, by water and ghosts and train tracks. So we're walking towards the mouth of it right now. And it's actually about to get pretty wet and pretty shitty, but for the moment at least, it's somewhat dry. But yeah, buying a house to me seems important. I feel like it's a big step. It's like the final step towards becoming independent from your parents, I think. Because as soon as you buy your own house, I feel like little life things that happen kind of legitimize your kind of distance that develops between you and your family. You know, because like there's only so much your parents can tell you when you're a homeowner about your lifestyle, etc. Because I mean, at that point, it's like you're dictating your own destiny, and you're not asking them for help, and you've proven that you can get along without them. Okay.
Well, I think that maybe more.
We are stepping through some nasty shit.
More so than that, because I don't think that you necessarily want distance from your family. Like Sharon and
David. David, but yes.
David, okay. Sharon and David seem like, I hope that they're listening to this, but I think they would like it
Highly
more than we can review.
Yeah, they would. They would definitely like it more than that.
I'm a charming cousin.
More so
but
than
I don't necessarily think it's like distance. It's just like it maybe puts you more on friend level.
More peers?
Yeah, it's like a peer level rather than a child level.
No longer a subordinate.
Because you want to be close to them.
Yeah, true. But I don't want them to like lord power over me.
Right.
Right.
So, yeah.
That's more accurate. Yeah, it's a leveler, an equalizer.
Yes.
Yes. So that in the next 5 years, I think I would like to be a homeowner, which also will lead into several other of my points. But what's your second one?
To learn German.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you know any German?
I know a little bit. Barrage just taught me a little bit, not a lot.
Why does he know German? He knows it fluently?
He knows it conversationally.
Wow.
He learned it when he was in school in India.
German?
So German was his foreign language. He grew up speaking English and Hindi and Marathi, but German was his foreign language in school.
Wow.
So he knows a little bit. I've always wanted to have like a different, German is my favorite language as far as it sounds.
Really?
Yeah, I love the sound of it.
Huh. I've always thought it to be very sharp and kind of offensive, but...
You haven't heard it through my ears.
Well, that goes without saying.
So I would like to learn German, and I would like for my partner to learn German so we could go to a bar and talk in German, and no one could know what we were saying.
That would be cool. Although technically that could be done in any language. You could even go to a country that doesn't speak English and do that in English.
Yeah, but English is becoming so universal.
That's true. When I was in Japan, that was the one thing you could guarantee yourself, that anyone who was not from Japan would at least speak English if they didn't speak Japanese. So interesting. German, huh?
German. My favorite poet writes in German.
Lauschka.
Rilke.
Leibniz.
So, yeah. It's a good language.
Interesting. I don't know if you had any idea about what my bucket list would be like, but I did not anticipate so far your first two answers to be what they were. So this is definitely enlightening. And then walking on all these railroad ties, again, pull up railroad ties. If you're familiar with railroad ties and you have anything in your mental Rolodex about railroad ties, pull them up.
Sorry, boyfriend.
Sorry, Delane.
Boyfriend, Delane. Sorry,
we're trying to pull you in, Delane. I'm walking on railroad ties right now, and I'm thinking about you, so if nothing else, come on. Come on.
He does like you.
I do like you. Come on, Delane.
And you have quite good hair. I've seen your Instagram.
And you haven't cut it for like 8 years or something, and that's amazing. Come on, Delane.
Come on, Delane.
Come on, Delane. Come on, Delane. Cool. German.
What's your third?
Okay, so my third one was one that I don't know how strong it is, but when I did go to Japan for my study abroad, I wasn't able to climb Mount Fuji because I got there kind of late in the season, and before I kind of got acclimated to being in Japan and comfortable navigating my way around it, the season for hiking Mount Fuji was closed because I guess it gets dangerous after a certain point.
Okay.
Because I got there in September and the winter was starting to gear up, and I think they might have closed hiking like in October or something, and I was definitely not ready to be exploring by myself at that point. But idealistically, I think it would be nice. 45. Code 45, y'all.
So Mount Fuji.
Mount Fuji. I think it'd be cool to hike Mount Fuji.
That's a really good. That's a really good answer. Thing to have.
The closest I think I ever got to getting a tattoo was the idea of tattooing the measurements of the peak of Fuji in Japanese, which I don't remember what it was, but I was going to get the Japanese. It's like 3,000 some odd kilometers. And I was going to get the Japanese numbers tattooed somewhere, probably on my leg or something, just like as a promise to myself to go back to do it. I didn't end up doing it, the tattoo, or the hike yet. But for a long time, that was like, if people asked me like, well, no, I guess if I was to say that I regretted anything about Japan, it would probably be like not hiking Fuji, among a few other things.
Kenneth, I have a trust question to ask you.
Okay, so it's like a trust fall, but in
Yeah.
question form.
But you wouldn't trust me to do a trust fall, so this is just a trust question.
Right.
If I were to get a home tattooing kit, would you let me tattoo the height of Fuji on your body?
Well, let me just say, first of all, that Erica does have a home tattooing kit that I bought for her.
She beat me to the punch.
She did. She's never used it on a human, but it does lie underneath our bed. I would probably only do that if I got drunk. So right now I'd say yeah. And I'd probably get it somewhere high up on my thigh and like small. But I don't know if I feel so driven to like fulfill that promise anymore to myself that I'll hike Fuji, because it was important at the time, because I felt like that was like a seminal thing about Japan that I didn't really experience, that like, because I would see Mount Fuji every day when I would go for my walks in Japan, and it was such a big mountain that I could see it in the background of all the nearer mountains. It still towered over all of them. And so I felt like I kind of did a disservice, because I don't know when I'll be in Japan again. So I don't know. I guess I would think about it. If you got confident in your ability to use home tattoo guns, and you were like, "Come on, let's get a tattoo."
What if we got? This is a better idea.
Friendship tattoo.
What if we got friendship tattoos, but we got our Fucket bucket list tattoos tattooed on our bodies, and then every time we accomplish one, we scratch through it. It wouldn't be pretty.
No, I was
but
thinking
it would mean something.
That's true. Well. Yeah, I mean, it gives you more motivation to get that tattoo filled up with scratch marks, I guess.
I don't even know what our friendship tattoo would be, though.
Dolphins, obviously.
Well, I was trying to have a realistic conversation, but
maybe
the premise of the conversation is so ridiculous that you can't even talk about it.
Well, it's hard for me to imagine actually getting a tattoo. It's very hard. That would be kind of surreal.
I think in 8 to 12 months you're gonna have a tattoo.
That's very strange. What makes you think that?
I just think you're ready.
Well, why wasn't I ready before?
And after that, you're gonna lose your virginity. So.
Oh, okay. Now I understand.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, there's only so many virginities I have left, so
yeah.
I don't know which one
7?
you think. About 7. Yeah. There's a few places I haven't put things. So if you think I have 7 left, and that after that or before or during I'll get a tattoo, then...
You seem like a 7er to me.
7er? Yeah.
I'm not going to ask you how I seem.
You've got power bottoms, twinks, 7ers. I fit in there well.
Ryder made a really funny joke about a power bottomer yesterday. I can't remember what it was, but just so everybody knows, it was really hilarious.
So if you got any references to jokes about power bottoms, go ahead and pull those out. And
it was fucking Hillary Clinton.
What about her?
She's a power bottom.
That's the joke?
Yeah, but it was funny because it was like over breakfast. I don't know. It never. You know what? Never mind.
You guys went to the Majestic, right?
Yeah.
How was it?
Well, I was hoping to see
Jakobus Cook.
Yeah, I was hoping to see Jake, but he ain't no shop. But apparently he only works night shifts.
Yeah, he definitely does not work the morning shifts, and
well, he's too cigarette hungover, right?
He is too cigarette hungover. He usually smokes about a pack during his shift, and then he has to go home and sleep it off. It's getting chilly out here.
It is, yeah.
Do you have gloves?
No.
No.
I am not as delicate as you, Kenneth.
I am quite fragile.
Okay, I think, is it my third?
Yeah, I think so.
My third is to build a house.
Ooh, you got me beat there.
Yeah. Because I'd like to be able to, obviously, like, buy a house before you build a house, because you need to know what you want and don't want.
Ah, okay. So you get a starter house of some sort.
Yeah, but at some point in my life, I would like to design and build a house.
That'd be cool.
Hello.
Good.
Pretty good. How are you?
Nice to look at. So you don't have any idea yet exactly if you're wanting a starter house to kind of dictate what your built house would be. Is it kind of hard to imagine what your built house would be, or do you have an idea?
No, I totally know.
Okay, so you don't have to get a starter house. You could just.
Well, yeah, but the thing about building a house is that you need a lot of money and time, because
True.
I've heard that you basically go crazy when you're building a house.
I would imagine. It's a lot of responsibility.
Yeah, it's a lot of responsibility and just a lot of decisions.
It is.
Although I frequent the blog Remodelista, so I feel like I, have a lot of, like I already know like what kind of like doorknobs I want and stuff.
Doorknobs are important when building a house. You can throw away the heating and air system, the gas lines, how those are going to be fed into the house, considerations about alarm settings.
See, you're being snarky, but the thing is that obviously I would just have the most efficient of everything. The doorknobs are the things that you don't know.
That's true. That's the part of the house that I would be completely stumped on. I'd be like, well, fuck, I got all the alarm system and the gas lines. Yeah, I don't know what kind of doorknobs to get. There is a house that's being built in my commute that I look at every day, and they were able to build the actual house very, very quickly, like from nothing, just a foundation to it being like a 2-story nice home. But it's interesting because now, kind of along the lines of what you're saying, going back through and adding the actual detail is what's taking the most time.
Yeah.
Like they've already deconstructed and constructed the driveway for it a couple times because I guess they fucked up. Oh yeah.
Wait, is that the house on North?
No, this one is...
I don't even know where your commute is.
My commute, this house is over close to McClendon. It's nothing special. It's just a house I've been watching.
You like it?
I don't necessarily like it as a house, but I've enjoyed watching the process of it being built because, literally I saw it when there was just a foundation, and then now it's like you could move into it right now, but it's not occupied yet because I guess those finer details like we're talking about now haven't really been set up or established, so they're still trying to figure out like paint colors and that stuff would be hard.
You should obviously use Architect's White, which is my favorite paint color.
Architect's White.
I also like Borrowed Light from Farrow and Ball. I know lots of things that I like in a house. I think also, basically though, my dream house is that house on North that we kind of like creeped on that one time.
Oh, okay.
It's like a A-frame, but it has
the one that was. We went around the backyard and kind of snuck around a little bit, try to see if any of the doors are open.
So much light.
Yeah, light is important, definitely. I think
just not in that location.
Yeah, it was like at the intersection of North Avenue and Freedom almost.
But what I would like is to have a house in the city, like design and build a house in the city. And then also I want a country house, which may just end up being my parents' house because I'm going to inherit that.
Inherit the wind.
But I would like a house in the mountains as well.
I'll give you my parents' mountain house.
Oh, well, thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. Consider that a legal deed, because I'll probably inherit that as well. But I don't go very often.
Well, you should.
I just don't like the mountains. Again, it's like I don't like to sit. I like the mountains. I don't like sitting. My experience of the mountains have been going up to the house and just chilling.
You look so upset with me right now.
I'm pretty mad right now.
Why?
Just talking about sitting.
You need to fucking calm down.
It's the idea of relaxing.
Calm down, Kenneth.
You're telling me to relax, and I cannot do that.
I'm saying calm down. I'm not saying relax.
I'm sorry, but to me they're the same thing, and up with it I shall not put.
Well,
I will not. I
guess this is the end of this.
Yeah. Number 4.
Yeah.
Oh, mine is have kids.
Mine is finish a quilt.
Well, those are about the same.
Yeah. How many kids do you want, Kenneth?
I would like to have 2, preferably, one of each gender. And again, I've said this a lot, but it's just I want to have people who I love in my life who are younger than me, who are obligated to take care of me when I'm older and usher me on to the great beyond. And I think children are the best way to ensure anything close to immortality. And your friends will die. Your parents obviously will pass away before you do, if you're lucky. And so the only chance you have to be sort of gently carried on to the other side is by the loving presence of those who are younger than you that you brought into the world. So eventually, I think I would definitely want to have children around the age of 30, so about 5 years from now, again. So I'll have my house, hopefully, and then from the house, I'll be able to occupy it with new versions of myself, whom I can live vicariously through and dictate the choices and decisions they make.
Yeah. Well, that sounds slightly dictatorial, but...
It is, and I'm glad to. I mean, again, I'm a blonde. I'm a white male. I'm obviously Aryan.
You're tall.
I'm tall. It's in my blood. I give orders and I make judgments. I'm sorry.
You know, when Ali was visiting us this past week,
Yeah.
when we were like sitting on the couch watching TV and stuff, it felt like, watch out for that.
Oh no. You saved my life.
Crushed it. I would like for you to be a little nicer to me, please. So.
It's getting dark.
Yeah, it is getting dark. I mean, I can walk faster. You want to run the rest of the...
Yeah, let's run and go over our bucket list. No, I'm okay. I think we're pretty close.
Okay.
I mean, this is, if you remember when we first started our walk, this was the building that gave us like that little bit of coverage from the sun. So we're pretty close to the boulevard right now.
Okay.
So, yeah, we're good.
So what I was saying about Ellie
Oh, yeah.
is that sitting on the couch with her, I felt like my daughter was home from college. I was like, I hope I have a kid as cool as Allie. Sometimes Allie feels like my kid. Or like maybe like my younger sister.
Okay. She is the same age though, right?
She's a year younger.
Okay. I kind of picked up on that a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, we're very much like kind of have that. We're both only children. We both rely on each other a lot. Kenneth, ask for help. Just ask for help. If nothing else comes out of this friendship, I just want you to...
Can you help me with this glove?
Of course I will. Or I could have like held that, which is like the easier thing to ask for.
Oh, that's true. Can you hold this glove? Okay. Cool, I've got my gloves on now. Crisis averted. Lindsay helped me.
Asking for help
Yeah.
facilitates community.
Is that like some sort of Alexander Graham Bell quote?
No, it's a Lindsay Glass quote, but all I'm saying is it's true, and you should ask for help.
Well, when help...
I know that you're very efficient in sustaining and whatever else you are. It's a lot of things.
There is help sometimes I ask for. Erica helped me brew that beer that I gave you. I made some beer recently and gave Lindsay one. She helped me with the process of bottling, which would have been pretty much impossible without help.
See, that's good.
I agree.
Yeah.
It was good, and you know, it made it feel like we made it together, even though I did all the brewing and everything myself. But the finalizing process, which would have been so difficult by myself, was definitely aided by her. So I felt like it was a team effort. So
Yeah.
the beer I gave you is from Erica, and
Thank you, Erica.
thanks, Erica.
I posted a quiz on her Facebook called "Are You a Friends Fanatic?"
I saw that.
So I'm hoping she takes it and then lets me know.
I don't think she needs to. I think the answer's already yes.
It's a clear, unequivocal yes.
Yes, but the quiz will help give a bit more depth to the yes. It's a yes and now.
Yeah.
It was previously just yes, duh. But
Okay.
anyway, so kids, I want to have them.
Kids, mine is a quilt. I have all the pieces for a quilt.
I have all the pieces for the kids.
And I've started stitching them together.
I haven't done that.
And I just need to, finish it. Need to finish it.
So how close are you to finishing?
Oh, I've only done probably 15% of it.
Okay.
Because I'm hand stitching it.
Okay.
So I
it's
have
like
a
while
lot
you
of
watch
work
TV or
done.
something.
Yeah.
That's the best way, I think, to get those kind of jobs done. Just kind of edge out and just do something repetitive over and over again.
Well, thanks for your input. I'll consider that.
Well, I mean, that's what Erica does, and it seems like it's effective because she, I don't know, I mean, at a certain point, like with her loom and everything, it was just like she just got in the zone and just would watch 4 hours of Friends, and, she would do 10% or so a night, maybe 5% a night. I'm always impressed when big projects come together.
Impressive. Hashtag.
Number 5. Yeah, it's getting dark, so we have to stop so we can get the moonlight to...
Oh, okay, I know what mine is.
Yeah, me too. Cool, I do too, whatever. I know what mine is too.
Be nice.
You're my friend. Do you want to go first?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay.
So mine is master like a handful of crafts.
Okay.
Such as, but not limited to, woodworking, stained glass, which I kind of know how to do already.
That's cool.
Paper making, which I know how to do already, but not like to a high degree.
Haven't you given me something that was paper made?
Yeah.
Okay, I probably still have that somewhere.
Pottery.
Okay.
And weaving. I got that from Erica.
Yeah.
The Weavespiration.
Weavespiration. Mine is actually kind of similar to this. It's just to do something that I feel, to know that it is something at some point in my life that was meaningful, and to feel proud of that. So I guess podcasting could definitely be that. Like, it's just some sort of something that I put into the world that wasn't necessarily there before. And I guess podcasting in general was there, but just like my own take on it, I guess. Mm-hmm. So a few of my other things kind of tie into that as well, but I just want to... You okay?
Yeah, I just like caught the back of my heel on like the railroad tie.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry to interrupt.
No, it's okay. I'm trying to be nicer in general. That should have been on my bucket list.
Sure.
Am I doing a bad job? Being nice is hard.
For you.
Well, yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, it is.
For some of us, it's our nature.
I know. I mean,
not even nice kind. There's a difference.
I'm one of a kind.
You are one of a kind.
Is that the same kind of kind?
Nope.
Damn it. Yeah. Number 6.
Okay.
Can't read this. What does this say? Are you able to read yours?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I got mine.
I've got mine too.
What's yours?
To cook one new meal that I've never cooked before every day for an entire year.
Jeez.
Yeah,
That's an
it's a big one.
Yeah, that is.
But I mean, I only say that because I'm really into cooking.
Okay.
And I wanted to do one that was cooking related because it's something that I want to do for the rest of my life.
For sure.
But I don't like care about being like a master chef or like going to school.
Food.
Yeah.
Right.
So I would just like to do one new recipe every day for an entire year.
That's blog worthy, I'd say.
Yeah.
I made pad see ew recently. Oh.
I'm getting all kinds of... That actually might have been tetanus that just went into my foot.
Hopefully not.
I'll check it later.
Okay, yeah. Well, just wait for the lockjaw to set in.
You made a pad what?
Pad see ew. It's a Thai dish.
Okay.
The other day, last Sunday I think it was, I was just like, I don't know. It was a rainy day. I was kind of bored, and I didn't want to not do anything, again, because I don't like to relax. And so I decided to go to the DeKalb Farmers Market.
Okay.
And before I did that, I was like, it's been a long time since I made pad see ew. And pad see ew is delicious. It's a Thai dish with like thick noodles, egg, tofu, Chinese broccoli, garlic, light and dark soy sauce, a little bit of brown sugar. It's very, 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 very good. And so that was most recently the most non-repetitive thing I've made, because I've been eating salmon and vegetables for a long time, like for about 2 or 3 weeks now. And I'm actually looking forward to it tonight again. Frozen salmon, which I enliven with vegetable broth. Just let that kind of simmer for like 3 to 5 minutes.
Totally.
And then just go to town. Okay, so is this something you might pick up soon? This I don't know. I don't understand these bucket lists. Again, I'm just looking at this like a to-do list. So when do you think you might institute this?
Maybe, so when I have a kid,
okay.
Which is a thing that I want to do, but it's not on my bucket list.
Oh.
I didn't have to put it on my bucket list because I'm pretty damn sure that I'm going to do it.
Are you already in the process?
No. Got one to grow him. No, I don't. I would like to take like several years off when I do have a kid. I mean, I don't have a job right now, but when I do have a job and then I have a kid, I want to take like until the kid goes to school off.
Isn't that like 6 years?
No, like 4 or 5.
It's a half a decade.
Can you not? You're being so critical right now.
I'm just asking questions. I'm not trying to judge anything. I'm just I'm just trying to get a better sense of.
So I would like to take 3 or 4 years off.
Okay.
3 or 4 years off when I have a kid to like be with my kid.
I would love that. Yeah.
I would probably do it then, like when I'm like at home.
If you have all that free time, for sure.
Because I still want to be industrious. Like I wouldn't be able to. I mean, having a kid is like such a big deal.
Right.
But I also, and it's already a big contribution.
Right.
That you birthed something and are like
added to the
making it not like a shitty thing.
Right.
But I would definitely also want to be contributing in other ways,
right.
Just because I know myself and I know that I would get bored if I didn't. So maybe then.
I think that's fair. I think that would be the perfect time to be able to do stuff like that, because then, I mean, you're having to make dinner anyway every night if you're home with your child, and I mean, it's not to be stereotypical or gender insensitive, but if you are home and you have the time, then it's nice to make food for everybody, because everyone appreciates a good meal.
Well, everyone should appreciate a good meal.
That's true. You should always say thank you when you receive a meal that's good. You should always compliment the chef.
Yeah, Mirage.
But he ain't no chef. But yeah, I think that would be fun. I mean, I would say that would probably be something that would probably be stretched into at least 4 or 5 years itself, not just 1 year. Although making something different every day would be hard. That would be, especially towards the end of the year.
The thing is that you have several options for what meal that you want to. So breakfasts are usually a little bit simpler.
Right.
You can make baby food if you have a baby, like a different baby. It could be a smoothie.
Okay.
Like something with kale.
Kale.
People apparently eat that now.
Yeah, that garbage vegetable. Yes.
People are always telling me how much kale they eat.
Oh man, so much kale. Organic kale.
I think you actually mentioned kale the last time we hung out, and I almost hit you in the face.
I've got some frozen kale right now. I've been eating spinach and kale and green beans.
Just shut up about your kale.
It's only $1 for like 12 ounces.
I know, it's good that you eat it, but just I don't want to hear about it.
Doesn't seem to make a difference.
Get it out of my face.
Get it out of my system.
You have a certain glow about you.
Do I?
Yeah.
Dietary in
yeah, I would say so. It's probably the fish and kale.
Fish and kale, y'all. I'll have to make us some fish and kale sometime. Maybe that could be an upcoming episode. I could make dinner.
Oh, when we're getting drunk?
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
Drunken dinner and recording.
Drunken dinner. Have you heard that song?
Dinner. No.
Drunken Love?
Drunken Love? Or
Drunk in Love.
Oh, Drunk in Love.
You should kind of like insert that here. So it's like a funny thing after we say drunken dinner.
Okay.
It's just Beyonce going, drunk in love.
Okay, drunk in love.
Yeah.
I made a mental note. This is like, I don't know what, we're like 40 something minutes into this clip, so
okay.
This episode's gonna have more post-production.
Okay.
Whoa.
You okay there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
It's just a steadying pat.
Yep.
Which number are we on?
I think 7. This is super hard to read now. Jeez, I can't read that at all.
Oh, I know mine is.
Can you go ahead with yours? I can't read this at all.
Here, do you want my light?
Sure. Let's get a little bit of light on this. Whoa. Oh, I don't even think I said 6 yet. Okay. My number 6 was to learn how to drive a manual car.
That's a good one.
Stick shift.
That's a really good one.
Yeah. I don't know how to do it at this point, but I feel like it's important to know just in case you ever need it. Because like Erica and I, we got a couch not too long ago, and the guy was going to let us, we had to reach out to one of our coworkers because he had like a trailer, and he was going to let us just borrow his car, but it was a manual, and I was like, I don't know how to do that. So he had to like take time out of his day to help us with his car because I don't know how to do that. So it just seems like a good skill to have just in case you're ever in a situation where you need to drive a car and it's not your own. It's good to have a working knowledge of at least how you're supposed to do it, because I know you use the clutch to shift the gears, but I don't know how you do it. So
yeah,
it's a manly thing.
Yeah.
Not exclusively, but I feel like
thank you for qualifying that.
It's inexclusively a man thing.
Yeah, well.
It's not on your list, is it?
Fuck you. Just because it's so basic. Your list is basic, Kenneth.
I'm a basic kind of guy.
You are.
I
like that about you.
I've got like 5
but
things
I'm a little bit more of a floral type of lady.
You're like, I want doorknobs to be a certain way. I want them to have a certain
You're
sort of
always
flow.
going to have those doorknobs. They should be a way that you like them.
I wouldn't even notice that a doorknob did anything
Yes, you would.
but open a door.
You would.
I would if they were special.
I swear to God you would.
If they were special, I would. But if it was a standard brass circular doorknob, I'd be like, yep.
The way this entire world works is like a thing, like just like the most basic things, like doorknobs, matter, and you don't think that they do because you're a very large image guy. But I'm telling you, they enhance the quality of life.
I believe it. Living with Erica has shown me that that's true. The way she decorates our apartment makes it nice. I mean, it's a nice place to go to. It's a nice place to, dare I say, relax.
If you had designed that place alone, it would look like a Tibetan monk lived there.
It would look like it was unoccupied. It would just be a bunch of bikes everywhere, and then it's like completely clean surfaces that were all cordoned off in squares. Number 8.
No, I didn't do mine.
Oh, well, I think I actually hadn't gone myself, so I guess we're still on number 7.
Okay.
So yeah, what's yours for number 7?
So mine is when I'm a little bit older, I want to take several years and live on a farm where I can learn how to raise cows, pigs, chickens, goats, and sheep. And did I say chickens?
Yes.
Yeah. I would like to learn how to raise animals that people consume.
Okay.
In a good way.
You're not a vegetarian or anything like that?
No, I'm not.
Is Viraj?
No, he's been a vegetarian before, but we don't eat a ton of meat. We have probably like more than half our meals every week don't include meat. But I still eat meat, yeah.
That would be cool. Wow.
Yeah.
It's almost a wreck. Mine was to make a podcast studio in my house. Some sort of thing where people could sit, dare I say, relax, and kind of have something where I could bring people in to do shows. Kind of similar to what Earwolf has with all their shows that can take place in the same studio. And then have a bunch of people that kind of cycle in throughout the week to do their hour show or whatever, and to have a nice setup where nice microphones are available, good computer is available, so you can, like, instead of having to go back post-production and like add stuff, maybe if you had an engineer who was working with you, like he could have already inserted that Beyonce song, or at least made a note of it. What is it called again?
Drunken Love.
Drunken Love. Okay, got it. So I would like to one day have that in place, one way or another. It doesn't have to be great. It could just be a kitchen or something like that, but something that's a little bit more evolved than just this handheld microphone.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's yours? Number 7. Or are you on 8 now?
No, I'm on 8 now.
Okay. So we're getting close to the end of the list and the end of the walk.
Yeah. So my number 8 is to build a wood fire oven.
Cool.
And bake bread and pies in it.
That sounds delicious.
Yeah.
That would be good.
I would like to have it just like at my house.
Right.
And so anyone can use it. Because apparently, back in the olden days, like up in Appalachia, entire communities would raise money. Well, they would get like bricks together and stuff. And there was this guy who traveled around the United States, and if you got the supplies together, he would come to your community and show you how to build a wood-fired oven. And then everyone used it. They could cook their meals on it or whatever.
Pies and breads.
Yeah, and then there's a woman that I follow on Instagram, and I also took a pie class from up in Marshall, North Carolina this past winter.
Cool.
Viraj got it for me for my birthday gift. And she kind of rehabbed one of those ovens and is doing amazing work. Like in I think for Thanksgiving they do turkeys. They bake turkeys in the oven, like 12 or 15 turkeys.
Wow.
You can just bring your turkey there and they make it for you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where is this?
In Marshall, North Carolina.
Is that close to Allie at all?
I don't know.
Marshall?
It's close to Asheville.
Asheville. Nice.
If not Allie, Asheville.
One or the other.
Oh.
Car.
Char. What's yours?
Let's see. Oh, I think one day I would like to do a stand-up comedy thing.
Just one?
At least one. I just want to get up on stage and just try it, like to see what comes out. And it would help to get a little bit drunk before, I think, and just kind of get loose. But just to get up there and just see if it's a fit at all with me, and because I feel like I could easily get up there and talk, but I don't know how easily I could get up and like try to make something purposely funny and not be really nervous. So just to put myself in that environment, and I respect Jake a lot for doing that already and having the balls to get up there. So I would just like to see if I could do it.
I think maybe before that, a good like mediary between just walking around life and that would be to do some kind of like storyteller's hour or something, like the Moth, but local. That would get your feet wet.
I wonder. I don't consider myself a good storyteller, but I wonder.
We could work on that.
Yeah. The Japanese girl or the Bulgarian girl from Japan. The lost love. Perhaps a wrenching story. No, she's giving
grimacing.
Me that. She's
sorry.
grimacing. No. Okay, that won't be my topic then. the Ukrainian guy from Japan.
That
the
is
lost
a lost love.
That the lost love. Maxim Tarasenko Volodymyrovich.
People who spend their lives thinking about like wasted romantic opportunities, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
The true romance in life is your friendships. Those are the things you should never, ever, ever fuck over. So that's my 2 cents on that.
So that would be the rebuttal to my 15-minute Moth story. Yeah. You just stand up and be like,
that's
actually,
bullshit.
Friendships are better. And I'd be like, well, can't argue.
Is that my car?
No, we're not quite to my sister's house yet.
Okay.
So are you on 9 now?
Yeah, I'm on 9.
Okay. We're close. We're close to the end of the episode. Close to the end of the list.
Okay, so should I go ahead?
Oh yeah, definitely.
So number 9 is to get a PhD.
Oh, in what?
Probably human geography.
From what university?
Wherever I am.
Okay.
Like if I was in Atlanta, I could drive to UGA.
That would be quite a commute. Yes, it's possible.
Yeah, or...
What about state or tech or Agnes Scott?
Well, Agnes Scott barely has any like master's programs, let alone like advanced like a PhD thing.
I think you do in fact have to be a lesbian to apply. I think that is part of the application process.
Close enough, right?
Well.
Yeah, no, I mean, Emory doesn't have human geography. State doesn't either. Well, they kind of do. But yeah, I don't know. It's probably not a thing that could ever happen in its entirety because I'm pretty sure that I'm going to be in Atlanta for a long time. And it doesn't really exist for me as an opportunity here. It would have to be something where I was like, I pieced out of my life for like 5 years and went and did it somewhere, which I'm not really willing to do.
But that's why it's on the Fucket bucket list.
Yeah, for sure.
If you could say fuck it and just go with the bucket.
There's a black cat crossing our paths.
There's actually a ton of like feral cats up at this house. Like
that one's a cutie.
It's got some small limbs.
Kind of small, yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like Erica if she were a cat.
Yeah, I think that's probably pretty accurate. Erica cat. PhD.
Yeah, what's yours?
Number 9?
Number 9.
Always be busy.
Oh.
Throughout my entire life, to never relax. And I mean, I think it's in my bloodline with my dad and his relatives, and then I don't know, not so much maybe with my mom's side, but like my dad's side, they all the people who are on that in that group of family members, they all do things to relax rather than just like sitting around and relaxing. Mm-hmm. Like my dad likes to go up to the cabin and like cut the grass, and yeah, it's all those cats.
They're so cute.
There's a ton.
They're so cute.
If you shine your light, I think.
Oh my god. Hi, Erica kitten.
I don't think they're very trustful.
So, a question.
Okay.
So, but do you think that's a product of like, I don't know. The phrase that I've heard the most often to describe that is called like the glorification of busy.
Okay.
And it has a lot to do with ego.
Okay.
Because it's like in your mind, if you are better than other people if you are constantly busy.
I don't necessarily look at it like that. To me, it's just like I don't want to be bored. I don't really care about the impact it has on other people. I just want to be doing stuff. And to me, I can get bored if I'm not doing stuff. So best to keep doing stuff.
Okay.
Whether it's like, oh, the toilet is like kind of leaking and I didn't get to that earlier, let me go do that now, or something's dirty, I want to go clean it. I haven't cleaned it yet, my bike's making a weird noise, I should go clean that now. Basically just cleaning stuff. But, you know, I don't know. I enjoy tinkering and puttering, and there's just always so much to do. And I think it also makes you live longer, because like the Japanese people who like have jobs until the day they drop dead, whatever it may be, whether they're like going out to do the rice or I don't know what they do. Who knows what they do, but they live a long time, and I think it's because they have like the expectation that they have to be at work the next day. And I think psychologically your body will continue going for a little bit longer than maybe it would otherwise if you have like kind of conditioned it to be like, okay, tomorrow I have to do X, Y, Z, and that's always kind of your outlook.
But don't you think there's a certain level of stress that comes along with that?
Yeah, I think it's healthy stress. Use stress.
I don't know.
I don't know either. I'll tell you in 75 years. I guess I would be 100 though, so I probably won't tell you then.
When we're still doing this podcast?
Yeah. The 75th anniversary of Territories, I'll let you know.
So we have one left.
Yeah, we do.
Well, I have two. I thought of one after I'd written my last one, but...
Oh, well, you can do both.
Okay.
Because we're getting close. That's your car right there.
Yeah, it is. Right now? You want me to do them?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so my last one is to have long hair, to grow out long hair.
Okay.
Because I haven't had it in like 10 years.
So you don't want me to cut your hair anymore?
No, this is not right now. This is when I get
still...
old and my hair turns gray.
Okay.
I want to have 2 long braids.
Okay.
And then my other one is to live in Maine for a year alone. Kind of like off the grid. Or not off the grid, because I like electricity and shit.
Yeah.
But just kind of like have a year of solitude in Maine.
Interesting. Have you been there before?
I have not.
I've never been any further north than Indiana.
Yeah. I can't even imagine Indiana on a map, so I don't know exactly how high that is, but...
It's not very high.
Is it Midwestern?
It's more Midwestern than it is, like, Northeastern. Mm. Yeah, but it's not quite Midwest, like Idaho and Iowa kind of thing. It's more, I don't know. It's like Alabama, but further up.
Got it. That's its other name, Alabama.
Yeah,
but
Indiana, otherwise known as Alabama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's yours?
My last one is to bike until I can't. So just to bike until I'm no longer able to. When I met Brittany recently for our conversation, first time meeting her in like 2 years, she asked me if I was still biking, and I was like, yeah, of course. But it's interesting to think that some people may not be biking as intensely as we used to when we were in college. But I definitely intend to keep doing it for as long as I can. It's not really a bucket list. I guess it's just like it's more of a promise than like hiking Fuji is. I guess I can take the energy I would have put into trying to get back to Japan and hiking Fuji and put that into biking. So I probably won't get a tattoo of Fuji's numbers. I'll just get a tattoo that says keep biking. So, yeah.
Or I think the idea, you one time said something about getting a tattoo of yourself as like Jesus carrying a bike on your back, like how Jesus carried a cross.
Wow, if I said that, that's retarded.
You did say that.
I'm sure I did.
You really liked the idea at the time anyway.
Was I like drunk or something?
No.
Okay.
I've never interacted with you when you were drunk.
This is the closest.
You were completely sober at that point, yeah?
So no excuses. Bad
Other
idea
than
is a
it
bad
might
idea.
be a cool idea.
Jesus with my face carrying a bicycle.
Because I think it was like right after you had carried that bike from your parents' house, like 40 miles or something back into the city.
So I was probably like bragging about it or something. Or feeling good about having done it, maybe.
I think it's an accomplishment. I'm not going to insult you right now. This is the last couple of minutes of our show, and I'm only saying nice things.
But are they true things?
Yeah.
That sounds like a lie. Should we walk? You want to go meet my sister?
Yeah.
If she's home? Cool.
I do.
Well, that was our bucket lists. This clip's already an hour and 20 minutes.
Long as hell.
Yeah, long as hell. We're going to definitely have 2 episodes left. Hopefully this one will have a little bit more production into it.
There's a like a pug in that window up there. Do you see it?
That looks kind of freaky, yeah. That looks very weird. Yeah, he's looking at us. He's giving us the evil eye. That's funny. Dogs are so weird.
Dogs are weird.
Charlie among them.
Less weird than cats, though.
Yeah.
Cats are little freaks.
Cats are mysterious. They're so hard to read.
This is it.
This is it. This
the
is
starting point.
This is where we started our walk.
Like 7 hours later.
Yeah, this is another. I mean, we didn't walk the whole time, which is kind of nice to stop at Angel's and talk about maps and drink beer and laugh. And I'm glad you got to meet him.
Me too.
He's a very cool guy.
Hope to meet him again.
I think you will. I mean, he's everywhere in the city. So if and when we do go to a Beltline meeting, he'll definitely be there. And he definitely likes to go places. I mean, if you're out with Ryder during the nighttime, I would think you guys might cross paths.
Probably, yeah. Well, Ryder's already met him, so.
Yeah, maybe you can hang out with Angel with Ryder. That'd be definitely a different make out. That's a Freudian slip.
Probably also
hang
that,
out.
yes.
Yeah. All right. So for now, this is episode probably 4 at this point of Territories.
But thanks for joining us.
Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
You've been listening to
a production of
the Podcast Empire. Spread the word.